You're in an Illuminati, right? You have to be.
Why?
Because you control the media.
Did you know that 1 in 3 American Jews were the victims of hate last year?
Keto needs a scat, you punk ass bitch.
Why do I bring that up? Because a lot of liberty movement events demonstrate that a whole bunch of supposed pro-freedom people still have the root of statism firmly lodged in their skull. And you can see it in the way the discussion sort of wanders away from the actual philosophical basis of self-ownership and non-aggression into, well, if we elect this guy or we petition for that policy or this act of legislation or blah, blah, blah. And it isn't just that they think there's a practical solution, which there also isn't. But it's not just that, well, yeah, the game is bogus and illegitimate, but maybe if we play it, we can achieve something or other. Like some people do that, but in the way people talk, you can watch their brain backsliding into the paradigm of statism. And you can watch the way they talk. Well, if the law says this, and the law and the law, and if our representatives, we need our representatives to do what we, the people, all of that is slave speak. All of that is talking as if you really and truly believe that the ruling class has the right to rule you. It doesn't.
Definitely making people sick, though. Here's a television programming: wildfire smoke Thursday overnight. Thursday morning, diarrhea outbreaks. Oh, there you are, Apples. Yeah, I headed back. I didn't know you could go around that way. I was getting a little hot.
The principal system architect, if you remember, who designed DARPA's failed terrorism futures market. And if you dig even further into Copeland's past, you find out that his first project was a company called Token Union and receives tens of millions of dollars in.
But if you're not smart and you're not doing the right things, you could the vaccine mandate, including New York, New Jersey area, where the finals game is going to be played on Sunday. And you can barely see 10 feet right now in New York City. So that's going to be interesting. But there's more. A woman actually tested the air. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in it. Stuff that you would expect from a fire, but also a lot of things you might not expect at all, like lead and also graphene oxide, which they're trying to get into everybody.
Your grandfather was the founding, one of the founding fathers of the State of Israel?
Yes, he was.
Tell us about this.
Yes, he was. The generation of my grandparents was the generation of the first Jews to take on Zionism as an ideology and take on this idea of establishing a Jewish homeland in Palestine. And he was very active. He became a leader within the movement. He was a member of the de facto Jewish government before the State of Israel was established. And he was one of the signers on the Declaration of Independence when the State of Israel was established.
Okay. And then from there, your father actually, he was the general.
My father was, yes, both my parents were born in Palestine. So they're the first generation Israelis, if you will, first generation Jews who were born there. And my father, as a young man, while still in high school, joined the Zionist militia. He became an officer. So in the war of 1948, when the Zionists occupied most of Palestine. He was an officer already. And then he remained in the military as a career officer. And by 1967, he was already a general and a member of the Israeli Central Command, the High Command.
Somebody's pointing the finger and say, this guy's anti-Semitic. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'm Jewish, so being anti-Semitic is nonsense. Number one. Number two, being anti-Semitic means being racist against Jews. I'm not racist against Jews. But I am critical of the state of Israel. I'm critical of Zionism, which has really nothing to do with Jews, although they claim to. So there's nothing anti-Semitic about criticizing Israel. In fact, most Jews don't even live there. Most Jews never accepted Zionism, so I don't think that has anything to do with it. And it's a claim that's being thrown out when there's nothing else to say. When the other side, the pro-Israeli side, the side that supports the violence in Palestine, has nothing to say, they say anti-Semitic. Well, so they say anti-Semitic.
What if someone says, look, he's just a self-hating Jew? Have you heard this statement?
Yeah, well, I certainly don't hate myself. That's nonsense. And I don't hate anybody else. I think it's one of those things they throw at you when they've got no argument.
I just had a rabbi give me an analogy. He said, look, imagine you left your home and then someone came and occupied it, and then you try to get it back, and then they went to the judge. Have you heard some of these analogies? Maybe you can.
Yeah, that's assuming that, that's taking it to a place which I don't usually go. That's making the assumption that today's Jews are really the descendants of the ancient Hebrews that used to live in that part of the world some 3,000 years ago. That's making the assumption that today's Jews are really the descendants of the ancient Hebrews that used to live in that part of the world some 3,000 years ago. That's a bit of a stretch for me. And even if it was true, I don't think I agree with him. It doesn't justify. I did not live there 3,000 years ago. My grandparents immigrated from Ukraine. Their parents, their grandparents didn't live there. And I don't know any Jew that can trace his or her ancestors back to the ancient Hebrews. I did not live there 3,000 years ago. My grandparents immigrated from Ukraine. Their parents, their grandparents didn't live there. And I don't know any Jew that can trace his or her ancestors back to the ancient Hebrews. So that's a lot of, that's a lot of myth there. And I don't think it's relevant. So that's a lot of, that's a lot of myth there. And I don't think it's relevant.
Behind the face of the Hawaiian nation, the Hawaiian race. Rise for justice, the day has come for all our people to stand as one. We the voices behind the face, the Hawaiian nation, Hawaiian race. Rise for justice, the day has come for all our people to stand as one. Power of the people is the people. Oka piko ke aloha oka aina. Oka aina. We the warriors born to live on what the land and she can give. Defend the birthright to be free. Give our children liberty. Te huli hoi ka pākini alami, pāna te ka kalami we, te kiko I ka piko ka mana o ka poe, power of the people is the people, the people ke aloha o ka taina, o ka aina. We the warriors born to live, what the land and sea can give. Defend the birthright to be free. Give our children liberty. It's not just misunderstanding what it is. Our industry is not cannot be explained so this place.
Didn't trick him good enough.
I've never been to jail for 7 years.
The story keeps getting different.
If you listen to what I said,
changed a couple
if
times.
you listen to what I said I served time for murder. So
I'll stay with gangsters.
So this nigga here served time for killing a white man.
Okay.
And I beat the system where it's not on my record.
Lawyer. This is my
I ain't
lawyer who served
shit.
time for killing a
I
white
ain't
man.
shit. Now hear me out.
I wasn't trying to attack.
Don't touch me.
Well, yeah, be careful with the touching, bro.
Oh, no
Yeah,
touching?
yeah. Nigga, didn't you just hear what I said?
Remember, he's not a gangster, but
He's not a gangster. No,
Yes.
no fucking touch me.
You can Google. I've changed laws and legislation in this country, fooling white judges. I've also been selected to campaign with President Trump. With the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party. Precinct chair, election judge.
He does like to associate with some crazy influences. So that
election
one
judge.
is a little less surprising.
So I don't talk politics with people that don't understand politics.
Right.
How do you determine if somebody understands politics?
Your Honor, this is the McPoyle family crest. On it, you will find a bird, a Pocono swallow, to be more accurate. A very rare, very elusive bird. You'll notice its trademark unibrow, highly uncommon in most aviary circles. And my research shows that unlike your typical North American barn swallow, the Pocono swallow, if kept under the proper conditions, can live as long as 80 to even 85 years, much like a parrot or some of the more resilient coastal gulls.
Your Honor, where's this going?
I don't know, but it better lead somewhere fast.
Your Honor, I can assure you that this will be our final argument.
If they've been political engaged.
How do you know if somebody's been politically engaged?
Have you phone banked? Have you block walked? Door to door knocked? What
You'll only talk politics with people who's door to door knocking?
No. You missed what I said.
Or
like talk to people who've been politically engaged.
Okay.
So if you don't know, that's the first engagement of votes and getting elected is phone banking and door walking. Then you don't understand politics.
What about this? Would you get politically engaged and engage in a conversation with somebody who sells small bugs at a swap meet for a bunch of money?
I'm not. Come on now. I'm not fit to waste my time with this kid.
He's a smart kid.
He's a dumb kid. Nigga, he just asked me a question that
so tell him to his face.
I'm saying that they use the money. They use the money to fund politicians.
Me and him can't engage.
I know. That's why I mean you get along so well.
He asked me what if questions.
Yeah, he does.
And he think niggas is gangsters.
I know. He doesn't get the
with
difference.
his small and closed mind.
But this is
and he would not get no interview with me. I'm not fit to entertain no white boy.
But don't you think this is a chance you could take to educate this man?
No, nigga. Next question. You brought me here to educate him.
Okay, my bad.
I passed up an interview with Ryan Powell, was the finest porn star hole to come talk to a weenie.
We can still hang out with them.
I'm fit to shake this shit. I get paid to go over there to do that.
I didn't know there was.
I ain't doing no interview with him. Me and him ain't even talking no more.
Are you actually pissed or not?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Fuck.
What?
I think he blew it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he blew. He ain't getting no more. He can't be at me about bugs. What kind of? I
know.
About no
You're sitting here with a legend. You're wasting time.
Yeah,
Stupid ass questions.
Man, I'm not fit to talk to this weenie. Yeah, he a LA prick. Yeah, nah, he don't know. I'm an ignorant motherfucking nigga.
He ain't been around the block.
And he don't know, nigga. I done fooled every goddamn white boy I done ever played on. He don't know I'm the baddest nigga he ever seen live. That a white man ever laid eyes on. Well, I noticed when the cameras came on, he think he go play with my intelligence. No. Well, I wouldn't talk to a black lawyer. Who the fuck you think you talking to, white boy?
I agree. Fuck you, let's get the fuck out of here.
Shout out, Steve will do it.
Yeah, these are uppity LA white kids that deal with the niggas from the district.
Let
What
me
do you
han-
got
Let
there?
me handle this, Frank. It's not
Nah,
Bullbird.
I'll
He's
tell you
making a
that
few
right
good
now.
points.
Good
Look, buddy,
crap.
I know a lot about the law and various other lawyerings. I'm well educated, well versed. I know that situations like this, real estate wise, they're very complex.
Actually, they're pretty simple. The forms are all standard boilerplate.
Okay, well, we're all hungry. We're going to get to our hot plate soon enough. All right. But let's talk about the contract here.
Sorry, I forgot. Where did you go to law school again?
Well, I could ask you that very same
I
question.
went to Harvard.
Ah.
Mhm. How about you? Where? Yep.
I'm pleading the fifth, sir.
I'd advise that you do that.
And I'll take that advice into cooperation. All right. Now let's say you and I go toe to toe on bird law and see who comes out the victor.
You know, I don't think I'm going to do anything close to that. And I can see clearly you know nothing about the law. It seems like you have a tenuous grasp on the English language in general.
Okay, well, filibuster.
Do you know what that word means?
Yep.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I think Jerry hated the most, and he said it to me before he passed. He said, "Make sure my casket's not made out of Chinese bullshit." I said, "I promise." We'd like to present the wife of a fallen soldier with the folded American flag.
Top corner. Keep it in
Corner,
there.
corner. Hey! Hey! You shut the f up, please? Turn it off, or I'll shut it off! We're in the middle of something.
But there's some type of play?
What do we look like, f***ing lesbians to you?
Yeah, you actually do.
No, what you guys are doing is a lot different. This is troops.
What y'all, military?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Bum troops.
Man, y'all a gang, man.
We're not gang. This is troops.
The government give you those guns?
No?
Yeah, because you're a gang.
Exactly. Where do y'all even meet?
You're a gang.
You're a gang.
How can we be a gang? We're white.
Are you making that noise with your mouth?
Yeah, you wanna talk shit?
Damn, I thought that casket was fucked up, but who did your hair?
This hair costs more than your life. Oh, you make fun of my hair in front of my friends? I'll tell you.
What's up? What y'all want to do?
You want to go? Don't make me call the dogs on you. Soldiers.
Buchanan did not marry a child, and I can prove it to you in less than 45 seconds. Point number one, she was 9 years old, but people mature at different stages.
I can prove to you. And cat parent in mental health recovery.
So you're retarded?
To YouTube, and they will be getting crazy views.
Aisha was not 9 years old, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not marry a child, and I can prove it to you in less than 45 seconds. Point number one, she was 9 years old, but people mature at different stages.
I can prove to you I'm black in 4 seconds, okay? You ready? Okay, I'm white, but let me explain.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
Again, hi, I'm Cody. I am a white transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
So you're retarded?
The grip of mass formation becomes willing to radically self-sacrifice. It is as if people are not aware anymore of their own individual interests. It makes people radically intolerant for dissonant voices, for people who think differently, even if it concerns their own children or their own parents. Mass formation is the psychological basis of totalitarianism. In a classical dictatorship, there's just like people are just scared of a small group of people, the dictatorial regime. In a totalitarian state, you have a completely different mechanic. First, the emergence of this mass formation is group of people, usually 20 to 30% of the people, who fanatically believe in an ideology, in a narrative, and who are willing to self-sacrifice completely for the sake of that ideology. And if under these conditions, certain leaders use the masses to seize control of society, you have the emergence of a totalitarian state. So that's why it is so important to understand the mechanism of mass formation. Like, what makes people so
Wow. Earth. Yo, I did not have the opportunity to edit that properly and cut that down and remove all the errors. It was definitely raw. It was definitely raw. So much love. Greetings. Welcome to the Ronin experience. Let's go. I have so much flow to share. You know, y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready. Gonna crush paradigms per usual. And right now, I'm showing from the book, The Red Prussian, The Life and Legend of Karl Marx. You know Hegel, right? The Hegelians. Karl Marx loved this dude. He was a dude, Hegelian dialectic. Y'all know that, right? And Hegel had said, the state is the embodiment of the moral idea. Could you imagine? This, oh my gosh. The state is the embodiment of concrete freedom. Can you believe it? The state is that which is by definition rationale. It represents the highest law for the individual, whose highest duty it is to be a member of the state. That's your highest duty, folks, to be a member of the state. The advancement of the human race is accomplished through the medium of the state. And only through this medium can the individual have any part in it. Therefore, the opinion of the state alone, not any subjective opinion, can formulate law and duty. The state is its own highest purpose. Individual interest is only justified when it derives from the common interest of the state. Okay? Now, just a FYI on Marx, okay, and his parents, etc. Give me 1 second. Oh, someone's cutting the grass outside. I got the dogs moving around. What is going on? This is why people aren't doing lives right now. My horrible edits. I mean, you know, I literally finished. But to make a short story long, Karl Marx. Karl Marx, his own dad was saying how, I don't have it set up, but I'll say, hey, Karl Marx's parents, right? He was known as, oh shoot, I'm not sharing, darn it. Hold on, let me just share my whole screen. Share entire screen, folks. We're gonna crush paradigms tonight, per usual. He wrote in the Herald, Karl Marx, he was known as the Moor. If you guys don't know, Karl, and we're going to get into Charlemagne, who I spoke on a few weeks ago when it came to Baylor Bay. Charlemagne beat Baylor Bay. Baylor Bay. That means kingmaker. He was, his name was Mamai. He was known as kingmaker. Charlemagne beat him. So now we're getting to who was known as, you ever heard of Muslims? Musselmen. That's what they were called. And Karl Marx was known as the Moor. The swarthy, dark-eyed Moor by his own parents. Doobie-doobie-doo. Let's see. I'm just reading myself. Let's see another one. The Public Autonomy Project on the ontology of race was Karl Marx, quote-unquote, white, by the way. White, black, all that. That is a characteristic and adjective of a person's actions and character. And I've already told you guys multiple times, you are, if you consider yourself white, and also identify your avatar as Caucasian, you are sadly mistaken, because you've been so inverted and Caucasian, the call, similar to the Black Sea, aka the Naga Dinez, similar to the Caspia, the Caspi, remove the suffix, just like the Fulani say, when the call and the pele, the pale, because in French, that's pia, pay, and those types of things means also translates to pale, which also translates to really dark ass actions. Okay. And these were dark-skinned people that came in from it's funny, Caucasian, the Caucasian, the Cau tribe is actually dark-skinned. That's how much they inverted on y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is not my opinion. You know what I mean? The Cau actually means dark skin, but it is a characteristic of one's actions. So and even in the Fu La Ni, remove the suffix. They know they're not from that area, right? So you go, cool. What does that have to do with anything? Who cares? Why do I care about any of this? Well, it's I would say, in my opinion, what does that have to do with anything? That would be like anything you're ever told, learned, or have anchors or fundamentals on, or you're this or you identify as that. Oh, they look like me. They sound awesome, so I was awesome. Bam, bam, bam. The whole time resets happen. Your memory gets wiped. Maybe not your memory, but you know what I mean. Anytime a new regime comes over, just like a pride of a lions, right? From what I've heard, lions are not doing the whole baby daddy situation. You know what I mean? They kill the cubs of some old ass alpha, right? And that's just what regimes do. New regimes. Those are what folks call resets. You know? So we're tracking resets in a real ass way. I would look, and this is a Talmudian, yo. These are Talmudians, okay? Bolsheviks. Those that change their names. Yeah, what's that other cat's name? Cat from New York. He went from like New York to like what, St. Petersburg with a couple bags of gold to support that. He had a fake ass name. Started with T. Famous guy. What was it? What the frick was his name? He was a Bolshevik, but his real name was something else. Trotsky. Was it Trotsky? Shoot. Was it Trotsky? Am I getting that right? Leon Trotsky. Yeah, he was Bornstein. He was Bornstein. Let me increase this so you can see. I'm so surprised I remember Trotsky, not Trotsky. Trotsky. David O. Vick. We discussed Vick here on Trey, and that's the title. That's you have a title, right? Bornstein, right? That's Trotsky from New York. Okay, he brought the money from New York to support the overthrow of one of the last standing roux. You know, a monarchy, if you will, a family line, perhaps, right? What's this? When Scotland was Jewish. Oh, Lord, you ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't even ready for this, yo. This is going to hurt feelings. What's funny is the truth hurts feelings, man. Oh, my gosh. And I'm not trying to hurt feelings. I was looking because I saw the brie, and I told Chris, and we did a tray. And I tried to look for that same tray. I couldn't find it. But the brie come from the pre. The Britons come from not just the pre. That's where Brit comes from, dude. That's where I'm gonna go Brit. And that's where I already told you the Scythians, the Scythians, turn into Sakai. S-A? You can spell it. If you want to do searches, S-A-C-A-E, you know what I mean? But Sakai turned into the Saxons. So now you have the Pre turning into the Brie. We're going to get into Aryans, and turns into the Allens, turns into the Druze. And we're going to get into what's a Hebrew. What's a Hey Drew? What's a Drew? It's a id, right? The ids of the suffix. Remove they're trying to fix and hide the su. So you put in, it's not Drew is, it's just Drew and brew. Brew, colon. Brooklyn. Brew, Drew, brew, hey, brew, the Phoenician hey. Goddess. This, that's like basic stuff. You know what I mean? So this homie, he was talking, okay, that's about Queen Mu. The ancient Irish annals and the royal house of David. Ireland. Hold on, give me a second. We're gonna get into this. Slaves were taken from America and sent to the Kari Bay, the Carib Bay, the Ba and the Ka, the Kuba, and the Yamayaka, the Yamaka. Jamaica is literally the word Yamaka. Yamayaka. Ya, I, Ital, Italia, Eto, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? So let me, dude, what time is it? Someone's cutting their grass right now. It's 9:39. And one of my neighbors is cutting their grass. I mean, I kind of like, I oddly appreciate, like, I oddly respect the, like, dedication, but dude, it's late. You know what I mean? So shout out Caramel, wah. Yo, we're battling a data center here in Cartersville. Anyone that has seen the latest Silo season 3, hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. They mentioned Cartersville, Georgia. The person that made the mind wiping techniques along with chemically with chemicals in their techniques in the television show Silo season 3, the guy's like, he's from Georgia, he's from Cartersville, and he's one of the origins of wiping in the TV. This is TV, you know what I mean? But of wiping memories of people and doing, hey, what's a reset? And I try to take clips of the show Silo. I couldn't, but the AI that is advising the real human is saying, hey, why are you battling trying to reset the everyone's memory of the past via all the vitamins we put in the water right now with the tanks that we're about to do? Does your memory, it literally asks, is your memory your identity? Does your spirit / soul identify with your memory? This is like the AI just, and of course it's like, dude, don't play games. In my opinion, if this was like real life, right? Like what's happening now, perhaps, and over again. In real life, I'd be like, yo, you don't erase my memory. Don't even try to play. You think you're playing some sort of mind game, but like, yo, I'll tell you what, we can have this philosophical discussion, but at the end of the day, I do not consent to wiping my memory. Dude, I for real think my neighbor's cutting my grass right now, yo. Tell, you watching? My cat's watching. I said, man, something weird's going on out front. It's dark, yo. Hold up. Hold on 1 second, folks. Hold on 1 second. I got to see what's going on, man. What the fuck is going on? Yo. Yo, it's dark, yo. It's kind of, yo, move along, dude. Yo, I'm sorry about that, yo. The homie was cutting my yard. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? It's night. Oh, man. There's some strange energy out here, yo. That's not typical. That's very odd to me. I know, right? Let me just take a deep breath. I gotta reset that energy, man. That energy is not what I rock with. Hold on, let me take a deep breath. I noticed when I had my palms down on my thighs, I noticed when I turned them up, I just put the back of my hands on my thighs. It actually makes like a difference. And I don't cross my legs. I try not to cross my legs when I'm trying to connect. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I'm gonna take 2 breaths. Y'all do what you want. Here we go. Yeah. All right, let's reset. I feel better. Just breathing oxygen, slowing down. It's okay. It's the times, yo. Yo, let me check the chat and I'm gonna get into some really interesting things. Let's see here. Dead Star Sea Girl, what are we doing, yo? Oh, I didn't put the chat. I didn't do the thing where oh my bad. I didn't do the thing where you put the chat on the front page. You know what I mean? Let me see what Dead Star Sea Girl's talking about. It's weird to be mowing your lawn, right? Let alone someone else. Dude, no, I'm telling you, it's something weird. He's gonna be like, yo, later he's gonna be like, yo, give me $20. I'm like, yeah, here's $20, yo, but dog, come on. That's on some, hey man, when you move out into the country, Ursa knows, when you move out to the country, you think it's all, there's some interesting energies out here. Yeah, the smoke is messing with you. Yeah, yo. You haven't felt that? Shout out Tommy. Man, my intro. Oh, I'm not proud of my intro. I'm proud of where I was trying to go with it, but I just literally finished 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? I'm like, darn it, dude. I couldn't polish it, but I had a right idea and I had more to go. And I was like, but let's listen to the homie and just talk about how for like a minute, American quote unquote slaves went what they call east, right? Not the other way around. They're moving east. Okay, Indians, it's India. They don't call them Indians, India. We're gonna get into the whole Bharat thing. I have receipts. Let's listen to this for 2 minutes and see where it takes us. Oh, by the way, Chris is not here. he was like, yo, I was gonna hang out with my girl, dude. I was like, sweet, go hang out with your girl, man. So he put in his PTO, but here on Trey Corp, it's TTO. It's not paid off. He's not paid time off. You know what I mean? We only pay him when he's here. Dude, isn't it interesting? Character with no H. You see how they be messing? CH, K, Q, QW, KW, Quar, Kara. You know what I mean? Straight up Kara, right? But Chris is the man. I said, live real life and don't divide your energy and attentions. Like you have a choice. You need to either be present with Trey or be present with your girl. And I was like, I would recommend you choose being present with your girl, right? But if you're gonna be here on Trey, you gotta be present with Trey too. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, when you're having a family, like that's why The Sopranos was so amazing. Having a family with the mafia, and you're like, yo, I love my family, but I'm also in the mafia. That shit gets complicated, B. I appreciate y'all out here. We're having a good time. It's Saturday. Last night was amazing for me. I was like, no responsibilities. Tonight, I spent 2 hours and 45 minutes trying to throw something cool because I had an idea. I have to bring this idea to like visuals to share, and it's like, it's more time consuming to make it perfect. Because taking what is in your mind, it can be a picture, a thought, an idea, a philosophy, whatever, and making that like come to fruition. Like, talk about power. Blah. I mean, let's keep going. Yeah. It's funny, the inversion is flipping wild. I have some Scott stuff. I don't have my videos aligned proper. Oh, let me see. I try to line these up like properly to where it's. Sorry, I'm looking around. I already looked up Pia, Pele, Prith. Is where you get Breton. Let me share my screen. But before, what order should I do? It's all connected, and I'll increase this. So protect your eyeballs. Pythia. And what did I ask? I said, who were the Pythia people? Because I couldn't remember their name. right? Because this is where the Brythia people, this is where the Bretons come from. You know what I mean? This is where, you know, Brit, what, and we already know that, like I said, I think I said earlier, if I'm repeating myself, please forgive me, but the Scythians, the Sakai, or the Saxons, the Pythi, and then remove the Ias. These are suffixes. Not that they're bad or good, I'm just saying. They can confuse one when you're doing research into each syllable, when you break down syllable by syllable. You know, the Pele, the Pale, right? This is the Caspian Sea, right? Pale, or Pele, or even Peru, or Perry, or Pelu. I mean, this is not a all of these are like adjectives, right? Some of them are titles, and then some of them are adjectives. So when you roll into what they call the land, you know, what they call Africa wasn't always the way it is. Like, none of these areas are who was there and the way it is and the way it was and the way it always has been. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to plant your flag on a spot when you were like, yo, someone else had their flag planted in that spot. And that's what's happening now today. So it's not some sort of illogical thing. We're literally seeing it happen in present times. So the fact that in the past stories, in my stories at least, I'm just telling my stories, I would not anchor oneself to the way you look based on the geography, also dependent on length of time, because things have been, you guys know, I mean, like, cities or world fairs, fires everywhere, burning books, burning museums, right? And you know, they rewrite it, they say it. This is not even, I'm not even doing any sort of breaking news. They're trying to fucking lie to you. By the way, I mean, dude, oh man, this sharing thing has to get better. Something's up with I want to just share, but they don't let you share sound. StreamYard doesn't let you share sound if you do entire screen, you know? But in my opinion, some of these past Trey videos have been so dope. And again, I recommend you guys, if you're curious, if you're into like numerology and stuff, you know, at the times, I would literally take these, I would take these titles and put them into the Gematrinator and add cow, add the kel, and then with the suffix, the ticks, or the cow, or the the right? You add the cow cipher in this. I like the Septorian cipher also. That was a recommendation from Gabriel. So I had Septorian. So if you take these titles, put them into the Gematrinator, and think about the time and think about what was going on during those times. And let me know if like the titles and the numerology and the dates and times and also what you're observing is synced, right? You let me know. Because I sit and meditate for each and every title. Seriously. I sit and I breathe. You know, if I'm in the right spot, I'll take my shoes off, barefoot on the ground, and I breathe and I see what comes to me. And I go, all right, that's what comes to me. I want to talk about that. You know, I want to share that. It's on my spirit, right? So here let's read this. Let me do this. Let me try and increase this for a second. Yeah. So this is from the book on my hard drive. It's The Phoenician Origin of the Britons, Scots, Anglo-Saxons. I'm on page 20. Okay. Phoenician Berat, or Brit, King of the Scots traditional 400 BC, disclosing Hitto-Phoenician origin of clan title Ualana or Veolanus or Walan. See how the words can be all kinds of different things? Of Britain kings, Cassi Velenus or Cad Walan. Kalani title Cassie survival. Yeah, this is Phoenician tribal title of Barat, and we know that's what India, what they call India right now, is what's called Barat. And the Aryans, so like one thing, you know, Aryans turn to Alans, turn to Druze. You know, so. This is an excellent source of information. The Phoenician origin of Britons and Scots. I need water. 1 second. This to me, this is really valuable information. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just talking to myself. Like, this is empowering to me. I use this type of info, you know, navigate. Yeah. Minor in Rio Phoenicia. Yeah. Remove the suffixes. Also called themselves the Ari, the Ari, the Ori, perhaps, with the meaning of noble ones. So when I talk about the jinns, you're the jinn. You're your jinn. You're Yari jinn. You're the Ori jinn. You're the Oregon. You're the Oregon. You're the Oricon. Connect with the Ari. Connect with the Ori. That's you. You're a jinn. You got to connect with the Ori, which they're calling could be the noble ones. Okay. And I mean, I was thinking in my brain the other day. I was like, the Tanakh, Tana is everywhere. And I'm like, Montana. I'm like thinking Tana, Tanakh. And I just went down a whole just thing in my brain. I might have been driving. I don't even know. Might have been just cruising and thinking about stuff. But yeah, like the Tana and the Tanakh, right? And it brings me to this Ari. All right, so we good? Yeah, please. This is a sanctuary. Anybody gets weird out here? What are we doing out here? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Are we good, Urs? Let me know if we're not good, okay, honey? The energy's hard. It's gonna be hitting people weird. Watch. I try and pay this old dude, yo. I try to help him out. I was like, you want to cut my grass? He's like, he cuts my grass, yo. And he tells me all his sob stories all the time. I'm like, man, yo, your stories, your luggage ain't my luggage, B. You know what I mean? There's a reason why where you're at right now. You know what I mean? And this dude is like in his 60s, man. I'm like, I try to take care of my elders, even with mistakes. But it's like, bro, you can't come around here at 9:30 at night talking about cutting the grass, B. I will let the dogs out. It's like, we don't like, when the sun goes down, we're indoors. We lock it down. Tarmalane. I talked about Bear. He beat Mamai, right? Tarlaman. This was the transition from the Teutonics, in my opinion. This is just my interpretation. To the Templars, right? That was the regime change. In my opinion, the Teutonics were those of Genghis Khan. And then he got beat into what we have today. And that's where you get Tarleman was like, yo, we're going a different direction. I'm trying to find, let's see, Timur. So if you see Timu and Timur every single where, you know, there's a reason why. Because these are previous realm owners and changes and resets that I would find it would be very valuable to be aware of these things so that you don't fall for some other type of alternative labyrinth, mental labyrinth, you know what I mean? But when you see Tamerlane, Timur, Timu, Mohammed, right? So if you think like, if you hear me talking in a way and you go, that's not even close, it's like, what do you mean? Like when I say Timur and Tamerlane, right? Mohammed, right? Or I say Carl, Charles, or I say Thames, James, right? There's a reason for it. Vedas, Davidas, Dawids, there's a reason for it. You know? Sue. So this is an interesting book. This is called The Issue with Tamerlane, History. I think this is one of those flamenco books. Probably. Let's see what this guy. The issue with the British. Oh, this is flamenco. Yeah. Let's see this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see what this homie. I don't even know what he's talking about right now, but he is always spitting dopenicity. Already heard him. Oh, let's listen to this for 1 second. Hold up.
Yeah, that looks like a dragon. That looks like the mountain of a dragon. It laid to rest and became a part of the terrain. You can see the spines, you can see the tail, you can see the horns, you can see the mouth, the snout, and the teeth. Undeniable. This man found that on Google. He found it on Google Maps. The world is a huge place, you guys. It's a huge place, and a lot of us are discovering that there are a lot of things not been taught in schools.
Yo, it's so weird when I don't share. I don't know why it doesn't put me right back in, but yeah, that goes along with the homies. Is it Stellium? I forget the numbers behind his name, but like he goes into Heartstones and Titans. In my opinion, I'm using the word Titans very loosely right now. Tetons. What's funny, right? Titans, Tetons, the Tetons. In the Tanakh, Stellium, bro. Stellium lives in some place off. Maybe it's in somewhere off in the Azores or whatever, right? He's got like basically a Titan elephant mountain. On his land. That's his land, actually. The elephant's land. He's like, yo. So we have dragons out here running the app. Allah, right? You don't have Appa Lokia without Allah right there in the middle. Allah, right? Alabama and all that stuff, right? Allah Tuna, right? Here in America. Yeah, Stellium question mark. No, it's like no, he's cool. He's Stellium 7. Yeah. I thought that was a question mark. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know Stellium 7. Yeah, Stellium 7. Yeah. So it's not odd to me to go, that's the shape of Titan, because you can take the stone. Oh, bro, let me share one of the homies. Hold on. One of the homies, he goes and gets stuff out of he does scientific tests as well to the artifact alien carvings, and he's been in here. He's been on Trey, and the homie Mr. Mystic knows him quite well. He's been here on Trey. He was talking. He had a really good vid. Let me see if I can find it. And it was, he did all these tests and stuff. It's worth watching, trust me. But I'm trying to sift through a bunch of, I don't know where the video is. Give me one sec. I'm looking. Man, I went through 1,000 videos trying to, my history. My YouTube history. Do a quick search. It's worth it because alien carvings. He's getting all the scientific testing. Now, you know, the scientific testing is questionable. We all know that, and he knows that. Paper. Anyway, he's talking about. Give me 1 second, dude. I don't know. He was doing something where he did all these tests and had all the tests and stuff, and he digs these things off the ground his own. So shout out to the homie. If he wants to come back, he's always welcome. Come on back. But he digs these out of the ground himself, you know. So anyway, I cannot find the video I was looking for. So let's go here. I'm gonna play a video from the homie. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know it's I know it's wild, but yeah.
The McDonald's, swarthy, slender, dark, thick, dark complexion, dark. Swarthy, ditto, ditto, ditto. All right. And it's all over. As you can see, there is some fair or pale complexion ones, but it's very few compared to the other ones. All right. As you can see here, and the names Andrew Lawson, dark complexion, well made. You see all the surnames: Lawson, Troop, Samuel, Donald, Clapperton, McDonald, swarthy, slender, dark, thick, dark complexion, dark brown. Now it's right here, almost 9. Here's a better view of it. All right. And this is a very old book, primary source. All right. And let me show you what it says by M.M. Martin. 1716. All right. This is from 1716. What does it say about the ancient Scottish people? The inhabitants of this isle are generally well proportioned. Their complexion is for the most part black. They are not obliged to art in forming their bodies, for nature never fails to act her part bountifully to them. All right, they are what? Black. Further on it says the isle of Iran. The inhabitants of this isle are well proportioned, generally brown, and some of black complexion. They enjoy a good state of health and have a genius for callings or employed. All right, so generally brown or black. The inhabitants of this are the.
It gets weird. It gets weird, yo. It gets weird. Let me see. What's this? Oh my gosh. Y'all ain't ready for that one. Y'all ain't ready for that. Flip your whole paradigm upside down. Let's see. The Bavarians. Let's see. How about this? Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff off to the side. I already went to Pratani. Oh, the Black Knights. Oh my gosh. Maurice in the Templars. Maurice comes from the Teutonics, man. Then the Templars come through, and then they have their nickname as the Black Knights. It's crazy. Where they went over this document. Samar. Oh, we haven't finished. I don't know where to go. Tourmaline. Continue down with this. Yeah, start with the Goths. Samara. Samir. Are these the Semites? Are these the Semi? Or is it the Seminoles or the Semi here? Who are the Knight? You know, remove the Knights. Who's the Semi? Oh. Yeah, shipbuilders. Gregorian. Yeah, man. Issue with the Great Britain history. You may skip. Let me see. I need a table of contents, man. I need it from the publisher. Moscow. Of course, they're going to be like Muscovites. You can't talk about any of this without the moose key. Remove the ites. Okay, so this is another flamenco thing. Or no, it's another flamenco thing. It's cool. I just want table of contents. Nennius, historic. Parallels between history of England and Byzantine and the Horde. Byzantine is like made up, basically. How Byzantine and Mongolian chronicles became part of the English history. Anyway, let's get out of here. That's the homie Alan Watt. Rest in power, G. Let's listen to this real fast. Gotta reshare. See, like, I don't know what other people find interesting. I find all this super interesting to me.
You hear them cheering? They were cheering. Yeah, you're the new king. They have to cheer. You understand that? If they don't cheer, they get killed. Yeah. What didn't you like about it? They were like, you were being a fuck there. You're a king, dude. You gotta be nuts, dude. You gotta go and be like, if I see you, you step out of line, I'll cut your head off. You gotta carry like a bunch of heads. Like this. That was some of your family, ladies. They have to yell. And you go, show tits to me. They'll all show tits, and you go, boo. Now they've got a king. Now they've got someone they fear. You need to be the most feared man. You were up there like, hello, everybody.
It didn't sound like that. It didn't sound like that. I came out and I said, hello, everybody.
And someone in the back went, see, I got fucked. I'm obviously the most kingly.
Yeah. Slaves. I can do that.
You don't do it well.
Slaves.
What are you doing? You go, slaves. Yeah, you got to.
All right.
Yeah. That's how you do it, I guess. Yeah. Let me see. We played Fungal Storms. We played Fungal Storms. Let's get out of here. Man. I'm not like trying to be some sort of teacher. Let me teach you. Class is in session. No thanks. No, thank you. I hope that sparked some Hope you learned anything. Dude, what's funny is like, let me just share this real fast. Like, you just see info everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, this is that story of Queen Mu, right? And her brother husband Ak. So it's just good to like, and of course Maya is Isan, Isis, right? Mu, land of the Mu, Queen Mu, Maya, Ak, Isan, Isis. You know what I mean? So I just find it. Yo, guys, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate you. You know, I hope this was fun. I hope I was able to, I don't know, man. Like, did you learn anything? I don't even know. Did you enjoy your time? I have no idea, yo. This was I felt rushed, but not rushed. But it's like, dude, I wanted to do like, that was a very long intro, and it took a while. And I didn't have time to edit it down and make it more pristine. But this is the Ronin experience. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that info was fun and edifying and challenging. And get through that. Let's talk about the labyrinth, you know, the mind labyrinth. So much love. Shout out to Chris and his girl. I hope they're making lots of new ones out there. Dead Star Seeger, interesting, right? I mean, you know. I don't identify like it's just info. You know what I mean? So much love, the Ronin experience. Let's get out of here.
Labyrinth mind. Labyrinth. Stuck in my labyrinth mind. Ooh, help me find a way out. Help me navigate the pain now. I'm feeling all the pain now. Stuck in my ways now in my labyrinth. Alone in my labyrinth mind. Should I go left? Should I go right? Searching for the answers to life. We need a light. I'm just trying to find a way out from the madness. Trying to break out from the sadness. What have us? Looking for the end of the tunnel. Can't remember why my memory shuffled. I hit replay the rebuttal. Wish I was subtle. Feel regrets with a bottle. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow. Maybe I'll shake up the sorrow. Fuck it. Drain my energy enough to replace. Need to think my way out of this place. Just give me space. I've been walking these halls, spinning my own web, sowing my own fate. Stop me before I'm dead, cause I'ma keep my soul forever. Like past my eulogy, the war for my spirit's nothing new to me. That's why my music's imbued in me, irrefutably. I'm truly deep. I'll give you a part of my heart for you to keep. Good vibration, meditation, relaxation. We one nation. Good vibration, meditation, relaxation. We one nation.
Got a mind like a labyrinth. Lost in my thoughts, I can't gather it. Dreams in my vision, imagined it.
premonition, future conscious, living low, the world resistant. Gotta stay persistent, cause I've been at my lowest of lows. Locked in my self-composition, notes was my only hope. Best way to cope, so I cut the rope. Cause this life is too beautiful, even when it rains. Sometimes a pain can teach you change. We all part of something, gotta find your lane. Gotta find your purpose and escape the maze. Let's go, indigo my soul shine go. Forever gonna take that O2 road. We explode, deep smoke till I'm broke. Changing lives, all I post. Put the money in my teacher glow. Hope. Conscious living entertainment. Know that we destined for greatness. Talk down, hit the pavement. Just how society raises. Boom, boom, like a Kawasaki. Straight to the guap. Ain't no discussion. Gotta live for something, and it's what a pain. Never left to lose, but I left the game. Big me and my teeth shining. Or gleaming like a damn diamond. When the labels call, no, I'm never signing. It is on my own, so that's how I grow. Independent, don't need no permission. Yeah, smoke in the room, but my vision. You smoke till we do for the mission. Someday we gon' change how we grow. Don't feel no pain no more. Nah, you can't take my soul. This life too beautiful. Don't feel no pain no more. 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 Nah, you can't take my soul. This life too beautiful. Don't feel no pain no more. Don't feel no pain no more. Don't feel no pain no more. Steadily getting it poppin' like what in the fuck do you think? Hey, till this shit getting my stripes and now we be climbing the ranks. Hey, making away with the vibe and taking it straight to the bank. Hey, voodoo voodoo when I'm tripping, got spirits inside of my drink. Whoa, freedom of thought, I don't feel pain no more. It don't ever rain no more. They can never take my soul, they can never make me do a thing no more. I'm no longer trying to fill that hole. Had to take a step through that door. If I didn't, I would never know. Don't feel no pain no more. Now you can't take my soul. This life too beautiful. Don't feel no pain no more. 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 Now you can't take my soul. This life too beautiful. Don't feel no pain no more. Don't feel no pain no more. Don't feel no pain no more.